For those of you that are familiar with BigFix and the web console, you're used to seeing the executive dashboards, the overview, and basic functionality of the web UI. What I'm kind of excited about here is where IBM is taking this into profile management. So as we know with Macintosh and Windows 10, you're going to start being able to do security features as a profile. And this ability has been added into the BigFix web UI, which is quite exciting. So for example, we can take a look at a current lockdown, a Windows basic lockdown profile. And if you're used to Moz 360 or anything else like AirWatch or Mobile Iron or something, you will notice that this actually has the same looking feel, just like you were working with a profile or an MDM solution is really what it comes down to. But we can come in and take a look at how many machines have been deployed. This is relatively new. But if we go in, for example, and say, let's add a new profile. Let's just pick Windows 10 for an example, because this will work well with our Windows 10 migration efforts underway utilizing BigFix. And you could give a secure name to this, Windows 10 Lockdown, for example. Enter some type of description, testing lockdown features. The name doesn't really matter. You can put it in whatever site. Normally I would put this probably in my Windows 10 adoption area. But if you notice, just like in an MDM solution, I can start fixing or changing security features and enforce them throughout my BigFix environment. So for an example, if I wanted the password set for, well, probably not realistic, 8 days, but let's say every 20 days have to change it, I could keep a password history here so that you can't reuse the same password. Activate password controls. I can even have the machine go into BitLocker lockdown after so many failed attempts. I could have the device itself locked down after so many attempts. Again, controlling how the system is utilized. For device security, I could even turn this on and start forcing that you're not allowed to use external device cards, USB, lock that down right from the BigFix console. For application security, this is really dealing with the Windows Store. Again, if I come over here and hit on, I'm allowed to edit this, and I can basically say, well, you know what, we're going to allow updates from trusted applications, but from untrusted applications, we're actually going to deny these in this profile. And for restrictions, we can start looking at what is currently available right now. Controlling of the camera, the Microsoft account information, sync settings, Cortana, Toast, input personations, system telemetry, and even location service. I could even say I'm going to force this to be shut off, for an example. Once I do all this and make this the way I want, I can simply hit save, and the web portal is going to create inside of my BigFix environment this particular profile, which is beautiful for lockdown purposes and starts working just like an MDM type of solution. And while that's locking down or creating it, and it was now saved, we can actually look into the BigFix console. For example, this was my one I created previously, Windows 10 Basic Lockdown. I can see the devices that it is applicable to. So now I'm looking at it from the BigFix console standpoint, which I can control, deploy this, make a policy out of it, or I could have stayed in the web UI and actually done that. But I wanted to show you that it actually automatically created this and some of the details that it created to enforce this policy. So again, quite exciting stuff that BigFix is doing, continually to expanding the product as it slowly merges with the Moz 360 applications. For adoptions and profile management, I think this is going to be huge as we see that endpoints start working just like your MDM solutions of the future. So this is quite exciting that we're starting to see. And if you haven't played with this yet, I urge you to take a look and start playing with how profile management works inside of the BigFix environment, because this is going to be some beautiful stuff coming out.